All right, so start by telling us your name.
My name's Kesten Horst.
Kesten, what three things in particular caught your attention in Mike Boettcher's presentation?
In the war correspondent presentation, I did like that he included some actual footage from his reporting in different countries like Afghanistan. I liked that he talked about how it's a very intricate field, and that you can do a lot of different jobs as a war correspondent, and that it's a very hands-on field. Also, I found it very interesting that he talked about his own documentary movie that he made while he was a war correspondent in Afghanistan.
Kesten, do you feel that the information gathered and published by correspondents in the field of war are important to the American media consumer?
Of course, I think it's very important that we know what's going on overseas and around the world concerning conflict, and I think that it's a very important job to be able to truthfully convey the facts about our involvement with other countries whenever it comes to war and conflict and these kinds of topics.
What about the media? Do you think it presents the entire picture of war truthfully and in its entirety?
I feel like it does for the most part. Of course, naturally there are some things that are censored, but I feel like most of it is shown as it is. Mr. Boettcher actually showed, the real footage of combat in Afghanistan, and even talked about casualties and injuries, something that you probably wouldn't, something that wouldn't normally be mentioned. I feel. So I feel like it's a very truthful portrayal of it, and whatever actually didn't get across as just news media coverage, he covered in his documentary. So I feel like even if it isn't in the news, it does altogether get out somehow.
Is the job of a war correspondent important to the media?
I feel like the job of a war correspondent is very important in the media, to inform the public and to to keep the media going. But the main thing is to inform others and to be able to help our leaders to know what's going on, and to make negotiations and make decisions. So I feel like it's very important to the media in order to help with a lot of the conflicts over there, as well as dealing with trying to make negotiations and decision making over that.
You said something about the public in there. Do you think the job of a war correspondent is important to the average citizen?
I feel like, of course it is, because the average citizen can also be someone who goes to war. The average citizen could have friends or family who are fighting overseas, so a war correspondent is very important to have in order to understand their situation and know how they're doing, and make sure that they're safe, or get help to them if they're not.
Thank you, Kesten, very much. Have a nice day.